Okay, let's have a look at a before and after shot. This is the question. It's an ancient city. It's like 500 years old city. So you can see all these ruins, and they. I didn't shoot this shot, but the cinematography department just shot using a drone. Yeah. So, and it is supposed to be the establishing shot of a sequence. So so the story happens inside that city, and this city is supposed to be alive, and so all these buildings, there should be people living here. It should not be an old city. It should be a living city. So the story sets in like 500 years ago, and in that time there was a lake here, a huge lake, and that lake is not there anymore. And then there are buildings. So how can I get to that? So the first, there's a couple of methods we can do that. Notepad. Okay. One is a simple matte painting plus 2D tracking. So if I say, okay, this is a simple shot. I can do some matte painting in Photoshop. But if you notice, it's not a simple camera movement. The camera kind of rotates in the 3D space, and things get worse if you have a movement like this. Like this. So you cannot do a 2D tracking for such a complex shot. So the other way is that, okay, I do the 3D tracking, and then I send everything into Maya and do the modeling and texturing and blah blah blah, and then render that. Render, and then I go back to the comp and do the compositing inside NUKE or After Effects. So a normal process: tracking, send the camera into Maya, add your objects, houses, and different stuff, and it takes like, for this shot, it takes like 2-3 days to complete that one. You have to track the shot. You have to do the modeling for every one of these. But is there any faster way? What if the client wants it just tomorrow? So this is the technique that we are going to use today: 3D camera projection. For 3D camera projection, I just need a matte painting. So I do the matte painting in Photoshop. By matte painting, I mean bulk. Even if those buildings are not there anymore, but I can find some references from other historical cities of the same era, and I can use them to do a simple Photoshop, what should I say, Photoshop painting to create that city. So let me open Photoshop. Okay, so here you can see that I grabbed frame 74. Why 74? I will let you know why. And there are a couple of painting on top of that. So this is the raw frame that you saw, and we added a couple of stuff. So what has been added? Actually, just some paintings on that. So you can see that the lamp posts have been removed because we have lots of modern lamp posts. We've got modern roofs. They are all have been replaced by all the stuff, and the lake has been replaced here. So I've got my, so I need one matte painting, and then what I need is I need a 3D object here, and that 3D object, and I project this. I track the camera inside NUKE, and I project that matte painting onto that object, on 3D object. So when the camera moves around, we have a very simple 3D object over there that this shader, this texture has been mapped on, and it gives, and it cheats the eye, and gives an illusion of the 3D city. So, and the result should be something like this. Where is the result? Okay. Let me open that one. Okay, you can see that the city is there. We added a couple of I added a couple of smoke and some birds. So, and the lake is over there, and it's all looks integrated. It doesn't look fake. So it seems that the city is there. So, but we have to do it quickly. How to do this shot in just like 1 hour? Let's do it in 1 hour together and learn some camera projection techniques. I have to keep recording. I have to keep recording this camera, this screen capture thing.